Hello and welcome back to WWE 2K20 Universe Mode, and we are kicking things off here on Smackdown with the Universal Champion in action. Here he is, Mr. Tommaso Ciampa. Of course at TLC he will be going up against the monster amongst men, Braun Strowman, but tonight he is out here to take on a former Universal Champion himself, Kofi Kingston. Because last week Braun Strowman came face to face with Ciampa, but Ciampa ran away. He avoided Strowman like the plague, getting away from him as soon as possible. But tonight Ciampa very much away from Strowman, taking on... Okay, never mind. Strowman is out here. Strowman coming to see the man he's going to be facing at TLC, and Ciampa straight away getting out of that ring, looking for somewhere to escape to. Looking into the crowd, not seeing an exit that way either. And I'm trying to hide behind the referee, but Strowman is making his way down to the ring. Ciampa. Oh, wait a second, what is he doing? Ciampa running back up the ramp. Strowman getting in the ring and Ciampa running up the ramp. And he is out of here. Tommaso Ciampa getting out of here, getting away from Strowman once again. Ciampa does not want to deal with his challenger for TLC, Braun Strowman, and it looks like Braun Strowman is going to be having this match instead of Tommaso Ciampa. It was going to be Tommaso Ciampa versus Kofi Kingston, but looks like Braun Strowman has taken that challenge up instead, looking to take down a former Universal Champion in the form of Kofi Kingston. But before we get started on the video, make sure to leave a huge like on the video and subscribe, as you do not want to miss out on what is coming up with TLC and then the Royal Rumble following that. But Braun Strowman taking up this match against the former Universal Champion Kofi Kingston. And clearly a big size difference between these two men. Braun Strowman outsizing Kofi by quite a lot, and is showing in the beginning of this match, dominating Kofi Kingston in the beginning, throwing him around the ring, and now Kofi trying to get back into it but being caught by one hand of Braun Strowman and slammed down into the man. Now Strowman laying in the kicks to Kofi Kingston straight up over his head like Kofi is nothing, and slamming him down to the man. Kofi wisely making his way out of the ring. The former Universal Champion struggling here against the monster amongst men, just showing the power of Strowman. I can understand why Ciampa does not want this match. I would not want to be in there with Strowman just by myself. Of course, Ciampa has experienced Strowman before. He experienced him in a fatal four-way match for the Universal Championship. It was a false count anywhere match as well, but Strowman ends up getting taken out in the backstage area by Goldberg and Keith Lee, which allowed Braun Strowman to be taken out of that match, without Ciampa to be able to pin Adam Cole in the middle of the ring. But a one-on-one match, there's no escape from Braun Strowman in that. As much as Tommaso Ciampa keeps trying to run away from Strowman. And of course, if he does get counted out at TLC, if it is a regular one-on-one match, we haven't had a clarification on the stipulation for that match yet. If it's a TLC match, obviously, or any other stipulation like that, if Ciampa runs away, then the match will still be going on, and Ciampa could very easily lose his championship. But if it is a one-on-one match, Ciampa could run away. He could get away from Strowman, get himself counted out, which is essentially what he has been doing. And wait a second, Kofi managing to use Braun Strowman's momentum against him to take him down, and they're going for the pin for one. Only getting a 1 count there on Strowman. Strowman powering out, pushing Kofi off him. Yes, like I was saying, the champion's advantage could be a thing for Tommaso Ciampa, depending on the stipulation for the match. If Ciampa could run away, he could get a count out loss, but that would still mean he retains his championship. Same with DQs as well, and Strowman really dominating the former Universal Champion, and now calling him out to his feet, and we know what this has got to be. He has got him up in position for that running power slam, and is that going to be enough here tonight? But Kofi managing to get his foot in the rope. Braun not thinking about his ring positioning as much as he probably should have been there, and ended up getting Kofi too close to the ropes. But now Braun not giving up for a second. He is straight back on the former Universal Champion, and now slamming those huge fists into the face of Kofi Kingston. You have to imagine Strowman's hands are probably the size of Kingston's face. You would not want to eat any punches or anything from someone of that size. It's just going to leave an imprint on you. And Strowman just throwing Kofi Kingston around. This is not looking good for Kofi. But to be fair, Kofi was not expecting this match. Kofi was expecting a match with Tommaso Ciampa, a very different competitor than Strowman. Oh my goodness. From the top rope. My goodness, brutal. And now another big punch to the side of the head from Strowman. Kingston is just done in this. Kingston just needs to give up, but he refuses. Kick to the gut to Strowman. Trouble in paradise. Trouble in paradise to Braun Strowman. Can Kofi do it? Can Kofi pin Braun Strowman off of that trouble in paradise? 1. Oh my goodness, only a 1 count there. How on earth is Braun Strowman kicking out from a 1? And now got Kofi upside down, all the blood rushing to Kingston's head, and Braun just able to hold him there like he is nothing. Just holding him up in the air. And now this is probably going to be it for Kofi Kingston. Strowman calling him back to his feet. Sending a message here to his opponent at TLC, Tommaso Ciampa, the Universal Champion. And Strowman letting him know that you can run, but you definitely can't hide from the monster amongst men if he gets you, if he can get his arms around Tommaso Ciampa. That is going to be it, and here we go, another running power slam to Kofi Kingston. And this time Braun Strowman taking Kingston away from the ropes, not wanting another rope break. And now pinning Kingston 1, 2, 3, and Braun Strowman pinning a former Universal Champion before his championship match against Tommaso Ciampa at TLC. What a victory here tonight for Strowman to be able to dominate so easily a former champion. Things not looking good for Tommaso Ciampa's odds of retaining that championship belt. And I'm sure he's watching very closely in the backstage area while Strowman is in the ring. As soon as this match is done, you know Ciampa is going to be out of the building. He'll be running away. He does not want to deal with Strowman. But the match, it's official. The contract is done. Shane McMahon made it official. The match will happen no matter what. Can Ciampa survive the monster amongst men? We will find out at TLC. But we move back to the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament first round. The final match of the first round here on Smackdown. And we have quite a personal match, this one. These two teams have had a lot of issues over the last few weeks and months. The Gable Academy and the Undisputed Era, of course. Cesaro, the other member of the Gable Academy, well, he was having a lot of issues with the Undisputed Era, beating him up week upon week. And it was also that numbers game, that 3-on-1 advantage the Undisputed Era had. But Gable Academy, they joined up with Cesaro. They joined him to fight against the Undisputed Era, helping Cesaro to be able to get a big victory over Adam Cole. But it's far from over between these two teams, and they have met in the first round of the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament. Gable and Gulak getting off to a good start, getting a big double team onto Bobby Fish, and Drew Gulak look to continue this momentum, taking down Bobby Fish, hitting with a big backbreaker. But now Kyle O'Reilly getting the hot tag in, but Drew Gulak was ready for him, taking him down straight away, getting the tag into Gable. But Kyle O'Reilly now be able to work down Gable. And they ends up getting a big tag to his partner, some double team offense onto Chad Gable, isolating him from Drew Gulak. And the double kicks, and Kyle O'Reilly trying to follow another one, but Gable rolling out of the way, managing to prevent the kick from landing, and now rolling through into a huge roll up. But Kyle O'Reilly kicking out at a 1 there. And Chad trying to get himself back into this, making a big double team move on Bobby Fish with Drew Gulak. The big boot to the face of Fish. Getting the tag back into Gulak, and Gulak now setting up for something big here on Bobby Fish. Looking like it was all going to be over, trying to go for that sleeper hold, but Fish reversed and now has the upper hand against Gulak. But Gulak had Kyle O'Reilly in the ring. Tried again, but this time managed to get it on. Is Kyle O'Reilly going to give up? Gable Academy look to move forward with Bobby Fish breaking up the submission. And now Kyle Oh my goodness. Holding on to these double underhooks. And just not letting go. Continual damage to Chad Gable. And Bobby Fish looked to follow up with a big running kick to the face of Drew Gulak, taking him down. Things were not looking good for Gable Academy at this point, and Bobby Fish ends up with the heel hook on, but Drew Gulak gets to the ropes to break it up. And Drew Gulak going for the roll up. Can he do it? 1, 2. But no, Bobby Fish rolling it through. 1, 2, 3, and the Undisputed Era managed to go through to the next round after rolling up Drew Gulak in a very hard-fought match between these two teams. Very even indeed, but of course, the Undisputed Era move on and they will be facing Miz and Rusev in the next round of the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament. It's going to be a very interesting match indeed for the Undisputed Era. Move on. And we have to welcome back right now. Welcome back Roman Reigns to Smackdown. Roman Reigns has not been seen since he lost a Hell in a Cell to Tommaso Ciampa. And Roman Reigns, he has come back. He has issued an open challenge to anyone in the locker room. He just wants to get back on the right footing. He wants to reprove himself, prove that he is the top dog here on SmackDown. So he's issued an open challenge to anyone here on the SmackDown brand. Of course, Roman did lose against Ciampa. It was a very hard-fought battle, but Ciampa managed to get the best of him, and it is Bobby Lashley who has answered the challenge. A very different-looking Bobby Lashley, changing up his look, perhaps with a new focus. Because you look back at Survivor Series, Lashley became second in that huge dual brand Battle Royals, determined the new #1 contender for the mid-card championship. He got so close to winning that Battle Royal, but Matt Riddle just managed to outmaneuver Lashley. But Lashley answering Roman Reigns' challenge here tonight, and well, it is a new look for Lashley. He is definitely going to be coming out here with a new focus, a new ideology of how he wants to work in the ring. But these two big men right now, very similar sized men, but Lashley just made of muscle. And these two men going straight at it. Big suplex, their belly-to-belly suplex by Roman Reigns to Lashley. Reigns looking to get the early advantage in this one. He needs this victory. He needs to prove to himself more than anything that he deserves to be here still, that he is still on top of SmackDown. But he's going to have to go through Lashley here tonight, and that is going to be a difficult task indeed. Lashley, big kick to the back of Reigns. But Reigns fighting straight back up with a big clothesline, taking down Lashley down to the man. Lashley having to use the ropes to pull himself back up, and Reigns taking advantage of this to hit a big tornado DDT from the corner, taking down Lashley. And now the big boot, but a miss there from Reigns. Bobby Lashley being able to get out of the way and maneuver out of the way of Roman Reigns' big boot, but these two men very evenly matched at the moment, being quick reversals. Now Reigns snake eyes to Bobby Lashley into the corner, dropping him face first onto that turnbuckle. But Lashley grabbing the fist of Reigns and now taking advantage, locking in a submission, having Reigns on his shoulder like that. The strength of Bobby Lashley to be able to hold someone up like that on his shoulders. But Reigns, he will not give up. A Lashley reversal again into a big DDT to Reigns, going around the world to pull down Roman Reigns with a big DDT. This is probably the biggest match in Bobby Lashley's career to be going up against Roman Reigns right here. If he can get this victory, this could be a huge, huge turning point for Bobby Lashley here in Universe mode. And now using the ropes to rebound Roman Reigns into a big suplex there from Bobby Lashley. And now cooling Roman Reigns up to his feet is Lashley, looking to get the big dog up to his feet. And wait a second. Oh my goodness, just holding Reigns up like he is nothing and slamming him down. Very nice indeed from Bobby Lashley, just dominating the former #1 contender Roman Reigns. So you can't forget, Roman Reigns is the only man who has pinned Tommaso Ciampa, the Universal Champion. He is the only man who's done it. Bobby Lashley being able to really power back into this, a man who has not had too much success in Universe mode so far. He's come back with a new attitude, and he is taking it to Roman Reigns. This is not what Reigns would have wanted. Reigns wanted to come back and prove something, and to be fair, if he can win this, then he does prove something, but it's not looking all that good for him so far. All trying to go for the Superman punch, but Lashley out of the way, getting out of the way of Reigns, and now from behind, taking him down with a back body drop. Getting him back out to his feet, and once again, up top, just holding Reigns up there, slamming him down into the mat. Reigns not in a good position in this one. Lashley dominating at the moment being. Now throwing Reigns out of the ring, just completely just tossing him over those top ropes. The thing, of course, that Bobby Lashley could not do at Survivor Series. He could not get Matt Riddle over those ropes. But here tonight, he's got Roman Reigns over them like he is nothing. And now throwing Roman Reigns into the barricade. Basically, what is Lashley thinking here? Huge spear! Huge spear through the barricade there from Bobby Lashley. Oh my goodness. Tearing Roman Reigns in half, spearing him through the barricade. Of course, this is a match of the spears. Both of these men use the spears as a signature move. And wow, Bobby Lashley, he is not holding back in this one. He is giving everything to Roman Reigns. We're up to a 5 count already. Is Bobby Lashley going to go for that easy count out victory at this point? Reigns not moving, but Lashley going over to go and look at the big dog down on the mat, and Lashley not giving up this easily. But Reigns reversing big kick to the gut of Lashley. And now both men need to get back in the ring out to an 8 count, and Reigns and Lashley both making their way back inside the ring, but Lashley catching Reigns straight away, dropping him over his knee with a backbreaker there to Reigns, and Reigns rolling out of the ring for a second, trying to get himself back on top here, but Lashley straight away once again grabbing Roman Reigns. Now putting Reigns down to the mat and straight into a rest hold there for Bobby Lashley, working down the neck of Reigns while allowing himself to get some energy back, to be able to be back fully on top of this, to work down Reigns to the point where Roman Reigns will not be able to fight back. But Reigns rolling over Lashley, bringing himself back out to a prime position. Can Roman Reigns take advantage? No, he can't. Lashley straight away back on top of Roman Reigns. Roman not able to take advantage of that. Now Lashley punches to the face of Roman, slamming him head first down into the mat. Wait a second, Roman though catching the arm. I don't know what Bobby Lashley was looking for there, but Roman Reigns caught the arm, prevented it from happening, and now, oh, big headbutt to the back of the neck of Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns is down. He is down on the mat, and Lashley now continuing to work on Reigns, not going for that pinfall, not wanting to pin him that easily, and now for the 3rd time in this match, holding him up high over his head. The strength of Bobby Lashley is not fatigued at all in this one, and this is already over, but Lashley going for that spear, going for the exclamation point, spear to Reigns, and that's got to be it. Lashley, if he goes for that pin now, this is gonna be it in this one. Wait a second though, Lashley calling Reigns out to his feet. This is not what Reigns wanted. Oh, but Reigns catching the arm, headbutt to Bobby Lashley, catching the arm and preventing whatever Lashley was looking for. Lashley wanting to do more damage than he'd already done, and spear from Reigns. Is that enough? 1. Oh my goodness, just a 1 count there. Lashley kicking out so easily from that huge spear from Roman Reigns. And now Roman, he is calling Lashley up again, calling him up for a 2nd time. Is another spear going to be enough? The 2nd spear. Is this enough? 1, 2, 3. No, Lashley still kicking out. He will not give up. Roman Reigns issued this open challenge, and this new and improved Lashley answered. And well, I cannot believe what these two have been through in this one. These two men completely just going at it with everything they have. And now again, Lashley, Roman Reigns on the shoulder, looking to make Roman Reigns tap out, working on the back of Reigns, but instead just dropping him down to the mat. And now Lashley continuing to work on the back, but Roman getting the knee to the head of Lashley, hitting a big belly-to-belly suplex himself, taking Bobby Lashley over his head. Roman's already hit 2 spears, now going for a pinfall. 1, Only a 1 count there on Lashley. Lashley still being able to kick out of this one. Wait a second. Oh, very nice there from Lashley. Catching Roman Reigns by surprise to plant him face first into the mat. Roman Reigns being able to get back to his feet. Throwing Lashley into the ropes, looking for the spear perhaps. No, huge Samoan drop. And Lashley wisely geeking his way out of the ring, getting away from Roman Reigns right now. But again he's caught him. But Roman Reigns this time getting the punch to the head, preventing Lashley from being able to transform it into the big slam again. And Roman Reigns now very much on top. This looked like it was already over for Roman Reigns. But somehow he's managed to fight his way back into this. These two men are giving this everything. This is a match and a half from these two men. And Roman Reigns into the corner, looking for that big Superman punch. Lashley up to his feet. Is Roman going to be able to hit it? Superman punch to Lashley. Lashley down on the mat. He is out. He's got to be out from that. But wait a second. Lashley taking Roman Reigns over the top, getting a big reversal. And again, getting Roman Reigns up over his head and transforming it for the 4th time in this match. Roman Reigns has got to be broken in half at this point. And now Lashley grabbing Reigns. Where is he taking him? Where is he taking him? Throwing him into the corner. A big running clothesline. And again, a 2nd time into a spear into the midsection. Wait, so what is Lashley looking for here? Oh my goodness, a big full Nelson looking to submit Roman Reigns. Is Roman Reigns going to be out? Yes, he is. Roman Reigns being forced to tap out. A new maneuver from Bobby Lashley that we have not seen before. And Bobby Lashley has just tapped out the big dog, Roman Reigns. Oh my goodness. This is not the return that Roman Reigns was looking for, but Lashley getting a massive upset over Roman Reigns. This new and improved Bobby Lashley, well, he is certainly a monster and a half. He ate 2 spears, was still able to be in this match, and then locking in that huge full Nelson, forcing Roman Reigns to tap out after 4 of those slams to the mat. A spear through the barricade. And now wait a second, Bobby Lashley is not over. Lashley going back after Reigns again. What on earth is on the mind of Bobby Lashley? Super kick to Reigns and a big elbow drop. He is just working, continuing to beat down Roman Reigns for no reason. This match is over. He already won. Putting Roman Reigns back into the middle of the ring. Roman can't even get to his feet, just collapsing as he tried to get back to his feet. The damage that Bobby Lashley has done to this man. But Lashley will not stop. He will not stop this at all. It's like, no, come on, not again. Again, that full Nelson. The full Nelson locked in, and Reigns is completely out of it. This is a new, terrifying Bobby Lashley. This man is a monster and a half. We move on to the final round 1 match from the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament. It is the Church of Rollins. Young and Riker looking to win this for Seth Rollins, the Intercontinental Champion. They want to make him proud here tonight. These two men looking for a huge win here tonight. Willing to win the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament to bring all the gold to the Church of Rollins. But they're going to have a difficult time here tonight, going up against the debuting Viking Raiders. Just look at the size of these men. Ivar, absolutely huge. And the athleticism that he can still do in the ring, it's very impressive. It's going to be a very difficult first round match for the Church of Rollins. They have drawn a bad seed in the tournament, it seems like. But can they get a huge upset? But straight away Ivar out of the gate, taking Eric Young down with a huge running clothesline, not allowing Young to get anything in the beginning of this match. And oh my goodness, big spine buster there from Ivar, the big man of the Viking Raiders, just taking it to Young and now throwing him into the corner, looking for a tag, tagging in to Eric. Wait, some voice here looking for here. Oh, Very nice, just throwing them into running knees, just throwing them into those knees, and now another big tag team between these two men, and the athleticism of Ivar hitting a springboard clothesline into Eric Young. 1, 2, only a 2 count though at this point in the match. Oh my goodness, this is not looking good for Young. Just the continual beat down of Eric Young. These two men just tagging backwards and forwards and beating down Eric Young. Riker not being able to get himself into the match until just now. Eric Young finally being able to get that hot tag, but Riker straight away caught by Eric, taken straight over, and now Riker being called to his feet. Big knee to the face of Jackson Riker. Eric Young still on the outside. And now trying to go for that double team. But Riker fighting back, fighting out of the corner to take down Eric. He does not want to be over. He does not want to eat anything from Ivar. He wants to keep Eric in this match. Definitely the smart move. But can they get the double team this time? Yes, they do. Eric gets the big tag to Ivar. And then this time, oh my goodness, Eric just throwing Riker into the air, being caught on the shoulder of Ivar. And now Riker in a bad position, once again dropped on his head. Oh my goodness. 1, 2. Eric Young managing to break it up, just being there in time to be able to stop that. But both of these men now down in the middle of the ring, and Eric looking to end this, looking to put away Riker. Oh, the knee to the back of the head, and taking down Eric Young. Knocking him off the apron does Eric, and Jackson Riker still out in the middle of the ring. Is this going to be enough? That knee to the back of the head of Riker. 3, and the Viking Raiders pick up a huge victory, a very easy victory for the Viking Raiders, and they move on to the next round of the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament, where they will be going up against the Revival, and that will definitely be a clash of styles there. But that is it for the first round of the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament. But now we move on to our main event of the evening, and Daniel Bryan issued a challenge. He issued a challenge to the new #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, Matt Riddle. As Daniel Bryan is still desperately trying to prove himself here on Smackdown. Similar to Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, he's desperately looking for a way to feel like he's still relevant, like he still belongs here on Smackdown. Bryan has had loss after loss after loss here on Smackdown. Most recently he lost to The Miz, he lost to Rusev. It's not been good for Daniel Bryan as of late. It has not been good in the slightest. He's been trying so hard. He's had championship matches here in Universe Mode. At SummerSlam he could have won the Intercontinental Championship. He lost to EC3. In the inaugural match for the Universal Championship he lost against Seth Rollins. And Daniel Bryan, he is desperately trying to prove something. He has a chip on his shoulder, and he is desperately trying to find a way to be able to get a big win here in Universe Mode and prove that he still belongs to be here, that he still is the top competitor that he believes he is. You can't deny Daniel Bryan's technical ability, but he's just not been able to put together the wins in the recent months, and it is slowly getting to Daniel Bryan. You can just see it. He has been acting more erratic in the ring, has not been acting as sensible as you would necessarily expect him to act. He's been kind of fighting in a more aggressive style than he would used to be doing. He was a very technical wrestler, is Daniel Bryan, and Matt Riddle with 2 from the roll-up. 1, only a 1 count down the roll-up for Riddle. But of course tonight Daniel Bryan going up against the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Matt Riddle won the Dual Grand Battle Royal at Survivor Series, and oh my goodness, Bryan just ducking underneath that running knee to the face from Matt Riddle. Very nice indeed. These two men clearly have a lot of chemistry in the ring together, both very technical in their basis for their wrestling style, and a roll up there from Riddle, but Daniel Bryan managing to kick out from the small package. But as I was saying, Riddle has an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship, last eliminating Bobby Lashley, the man who we just saw destroy Roman Reigns earlier tonight. But Matt Riddle managed to eliminate him from that battle royal and earned himself an opportunity at the Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins. Of course, Riddle and Rollins, they have had their issues going back quite a bit, to be honest with you. Riddle, of course, good friends with Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy accompanying Riddle out here tonight. And Murphy, the former disciple of Rollins. They've had a lot of issues between those two men. But Murphy always supports Matt Riddle in Riddle's quest to become the new Intercontinental Champion after Seth Rollins defeated Buddy Murphy for that Intercontinental Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match. These two men in the ring right now, Daniel Bryan and Matt Riddle, you've got to say, they are very equal, they are very similar in their styles, looking to take down the limbs of their opponent, looking to work down the limbs, and very technical base. They both know what they're doing in the ring. In different styles, of course, because Matt Riddle did come from the world of MMA, has a bit of a different understanding of what to do, but it's still very similar. You just want to inflict as much pain to make your opponent submit, give up, or just to be able to pin them to the mat. A very similar world, and now Riddle locking in that arm bar on Daniel Bryan, looking to break the arm of Bryan. Bryan managing to get out of it, managing to get back to his feet, and now a kick to the gut from Daniel Bryan. What is he thinking here? Getting Matt Riddle up over his head, slamming him down. A very nice driver there from Daniel Bryan. Because Bryan would love some redemption against Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was the man who probably started all of this for Bryan. Bryan came up against Seth Rollins for that Universal Championship, the inaugural Universal Championship. Wait a second, Bro Derek from Matt Riddle. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there. Bryan managing to kick out somehow from the Bro Derek from Matt Riddle. Very nice indeed. But as I was saying, Bryan would love to get another shot at Seth Rollins, the man who beat Daniel Bryan for the inaugural Universal Championship. Place where it all started with Bryan. It's all been downhill from then. Since then he's not managed to get himself back into that position in the slightest, falling down the card bit by bit. Not even being on the Survivor Series team, being beaten by The Miz, preventing him from being in that match, and another arm lock from Matt Riddle, continuing to work down that arm of Daniel Bryan, and Bryan in a bad position right now, caught by the Bro to sleep, and now into the suplex. 1, 2. Oh, but Bryan somehow managing to kick out. He will not give up that easily. And Riddle now looking down at Bryan. The much younger man, Matt Riddle. You got to wonder whether perhaps that's another thing. Daniel Bryan getting up there in age. Is he starting to slow down? Is he reaching the end of his career? You have to ask. He's been through a lot. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is the end of his career and he is just falling. He's just getting worse, and it's understandable. Like, you age, you get older. But wait a second, the yes kicks from Bryan to the chest of Matt Riddle. And just look at the way he's laying those kicks in. It is so much more brutal than it usually is. Laying those kicks in on Matt Riddle, not holding back in the slightest, and now going for the pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, very close there. Matt Riddle just managing to get out of that. The other thing that perhaps Daniel Bryan had maybe knocked out Matt Riddle for a second there with that kick to the head. But he is calling Riddle back to his feet, looking for that yes lock. Getting that yes lock locked in. And Riddle having to drag himself, getting himself to the ropes. Daniel Bryan's ring placement, not what it used to be. You've got to lock it in the middle of the ring, Bryan. He should know this at this point in his career. But I think he is just emotionally charged in this match. Daniel Bryan, though, sleeper. He has managed to lock in the sleeper on Riddle. Is Riddle going to be forced to go to sleep right now? Riddle trying to fight with all he's got to get out of this submission hold. Can he survive? Wait a second. Powering out. Getting Daniel Bryan up. Oh my goodness. And the running knee. Taking down Daniel Bryan. Riddle going for the pin. 1, 2. So close there for Matt Riddle. Catching Daniel Bryan completely by surprise with that knee to the face. But Bryan now going after the leg. Going after the leg of Riddle, perhaps trying to set up for that heel hook that Daniel Bryan likes to use sometimes. But again, trying to go for that knee, but this time Bryan caught it. Bryan was ready, rolling underneath yet again. And now the double underhook, suplex, and now got him in position. But no, only a 2 count there for Riddle. Riddle being caught in a surprising position there by Daniel Bryan. And Bryan now kick to the gut and once again looking for this driver. Driving that Riddle down into the mat, and Riddle in a bad position. Bryan has this. Bryan's got to have this. He is calling Riddle up to his feet, calling him up. Looking for that yes lock again, and yes he does. Yes lock for the second time, but Riddle right next to the ropes, but this time Riddle not being able to reach forwards. He cannot reach forwards. He is stuck. Daniel Bryan's pulling him back so much that Riddle cannot reach for the ropes. But Riddle trying to hold on with all his life, trying to hold on. Is he going to be forced to tap out to Daniel Bryan right now? But Riddle, he managed to break free. Getting himself to the ropes, he managed to be able to knock Daniel Bryan's balance just for a second to be able to break free. But again, the yes lock again. The third time with the yes lock. This has got to be it. Riddle is going to be forced to tap out right now. Riddle is going to tap out to Daniel Bryan's yes lock. He is trying with all his power to reach the ropes, somehow being able to hold on in this yes lock, and Daniel Bryan cannot believe it. He cannot believe that Riddle's still in this, and Riddle to the ropes. And again, he tried to go through again, but this time Riddle reversing, being able to get underneath, catching the leg of Daniel Bryan, and now the Bro Derek to Bryan. 1, 2, 3, and now Riddle with a huge win. Oh my goodness, indeed. That was a massive win there for Matt Riddle. Daniel Bryan so close, so close, getting that yes lock locked in twice, 3 times even on Matt Riddle. And Matt Riddle every time managed to get to those ropes to be able to prevent the yes lock. And yes, Daniel Bryan went for it one last time, but this time Matt Riddle was ready, getting underneath, catching the leg of Bryan, and then into the Bro Derek. And that was all she wrote on Bryan. Matt Riddle putting his hand out to Daniel Bryan after the match, but Daniel Bryan refusing the handshake from Matt Riddle. A very upset Daniel Bryan, but Riddle, your winner here tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.